Steph.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of Bariatric Banter Podcast.
Yeah.
What?
We're back.
Episode 54? 54. I looked this time.
Hope you're
No
still
more of this.
listening.
No more of this. You guys don't know shit. It's true.
Right?
I
It's
now
true.
know. 54.
We're recording in the
54.
evening, and by the evening, I'm at, I got
Yeah.
nothing. My brain is toast. Let's be
toast.
real.
This is how toast my brain is. I literally almost bought a dog food protein meal topper because I literally thought it was for humans.
Can you imagine if you would have
Oh
eaten
God.
it?
Dude,
I
I was
would've
on
died.
well.ca and I just saw like protein meal,
Oh my
30
God.
grams. And I was like, what is this? And
Ooh,
then I'm
what is
like,
this snack?
oh, this is
my God.
dehydrated beef for dogs.
I would have, if you would have bought that, I would have
I
died.
honest to God, I just was like, just get off well.ca, please. Like,
Just no.
just
no.
see yourself out of this
Oh my God,
website
I would.
right now.
Steph, look at this sweet snack I found. The macros are great.
My father doesn't listen to this, so I don't need to worry about it. But here's
Oh,
another
no.
story about my father.
Yeah.
My mom called me one day frantically, and she's like, "You're never gonna believe what happened to
Oh,
your father." And I was
no.
like, "Oh my God, what is wrong with Dad?" And she was like, "He took dog food to work. He ate dog food." And I was like,
Shut up.
"What?" So have you ever been to the grocery store and seen the like fresh
The can.
dog food aisle
Yeah.
and the like sausage looking package?
Yes.
He thought it was kielbasa, and I
Well,
shit you
that's
not,
so awesome. Did he
cut-
eat it?
he ate it.
Yes.
He cut
Even
2
better.
fucking slices and he ate it. And I was like, wow,
Even.
okay. It's human grade. Like that was my response.
So I will
It's
tell
human
you something it's semi embarrassing, but it's been told so many times now that I feel like why
Oh
can't
my
the
God,
world know?
Steph, is this a
Um,
dog food story?
Well,
Steph.
it's when I was young, and it's my sister-in-law's fault. I don't know if she listens to this podcast or not, but anyway, it's her fault. We were young. There may have been alcohol involved.
Oh,
And by copious amounts of alcohol involved. And I did not feel well.
oh.
And she proceeded to tell me to just take this Gravol and I would feel so much better.
Oh no.
So I did. I took said Gravol,
Oh God.
only to find out multiple pieces in that said Gravol was not Gravol by any means, but it was Whiskas Temptations cat treat. And I had multiple of them while everyone around me just watched it go down. Do you think anyone said anything? No.
I'm so
No.
sorry. I would have just been like,
They let
God.
me get a handful, like a good handful in, until they finally took the bag away and was like, okay, guys, like she's had enough.
oh God bless them.
Yep.
I also probably would have
Yep.
been like, just everybody shut up. This is happening. Just let this
Oh,
happen.
that's what they did. They literally all stood around and watched me
Oh,
eat
Steph.
the Whiskas Temptations. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
So that
I love that
happened.
it definitely was a few bites too.
Oh,
Like,
it was more than it was like, just take a bunch, you'll feel better. Oh yeah. And they poured them in my hand and I
I love this.
right down the hatch. Yep.
Good extra protein though. Like, good for you.
Right?
Good for you.
Right? I mean, clearly it's fine.
Oh
Clearly
yeah.
it's fine. My youngest child also ate dog food off the floor. Like we caught her beside the dog, eating
Kids do that.
together with the dog. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what my
it was
brother did when
fine.
he was younger. He ate all the cat food because he thought it was Cheerios. And like
Yeah.
he ate an alarming amount of it
She
before my
ate a
mom found
decent
out.
because we didn't know because we
Yeah.
looked over and you could see the dog and she was like little. So she was on the floor, you couldn't see her behind the
Yeah.
dog. And then all of a sudden you went, Where is she? And
Yeah, my brother
yeah, there
even
she was.
went
Yeah.
ham on that stuff.
She's fine. This is
Everybody's fine. Listen, okay,
6 years ago. She's fine.
threw everybody else under the bus.
Oh man.
When
Yep.
I was younger, my dad played hockey.
Yeah.
And my mom would take me to the rink, and I'm sure there's moms listening going, "Oh my God, I know exactly what this kid did." So they would take me to the rink, which
Yeah.
like I would climb up and down the
Of
stairs and
course.
not pay attention to hockey and peel gum from under the bench
Oh
and
yeah.
eat it. Because like
Yeah.
this was like old school barn style
Yeah.
arenas.
You're like,
Didn't have
sweet, look what
chairs.
I found.
And my mom was like, "Yeah, I used to peel the gum off the like underside of the
Yeah.
bench and eat it." And I was like,
And
"Yeah,
And you're 5.
Great
No, see?
parenting, mom, explains a
People are
lot.
so afraid of germs these days, and here we are eating chewed old gum and eating
Yeah,
cat treats and dog kibble off the floor. We're
I'm sure
5,
that I'm sure that's what, has made me such an upstanding member of society.
right?
Eating gum,
Oh, yeah,
stealing
we
gum.
turned out fine. I know.
Oh
We
god.
turned out fine.
That's funny. That's a great little
Ay,
that's
ay,
the
ay.
banter part of bariatric
There you go.
banter. I
Cat
love
treats
it.
and chewed gum.
Oh, Jesus, that's the title of this episode. Eating cat
Perfect.
food and chewed gum, pre-chewed gum, yum.
Ugh. Mm,
Ugh. This week, we're gonna talk about running.
what a
Like,
segue.
great segue.
What
Well,
a
like,
segue.
speaking of shitting ourselves, no,
Oh my
we're
god.
gonna talk about running, which I
Can I
know we've
just
talked about
say,
before.
I'm so afraid to shit myself now while running because
Okay, so, like, it's never
I've seen so many videos, but because I watched a video on TikTok that, of course, like, hello, your algorithm, but now I get all these videos of people filming themselves, like, halfway through a run and having to poop and, like,
Oh, yeah.
trying to panic run home, and there was a one video, the girl actually she was, like, far, and she was showing her house in the distance, like, way back, and I
Mm,
she was just saying, like, she's like, "I know I can't, like, there's no way. There's no way I'm gonna make it home." She's like, "It's forest almost the whole way back." She's like,
gotta
I
cleanse.
know it." And so then, yeah, she's videotaping herself, and then she hits the point where she's like, I don't have a choice," and she totally shit in the
Oof.
woods.
Ooh. Okay, so, like, there's a difference
Yeah.
between having to poop when you're running and, like, pooping yourself. Like, huge difference.
I'm
Shitting in the woods,
I'm
totally fine
afraid
with
of
shitting in
pooping
the
myself
woods.
now. I mean, let's be real,
Ah,
I'm running, like, 3 kilometers. I'm sure I can make it home, but I
okay,
now
you
have
say that.
this
Say that.
subconscious fear of pooping while I'm running.
Yeah. So, like, a
TMI.
lot of people do. This is, like, a super common thing in, like, marathon runners. Like, first of all, I think we're
Yes.
fine because the most we're doing is 5K. That
Right.
being said, there's definitely been some 5K runs where I was like,
"Ooh,
"You
gotta
know
go."
what? I think the new rule is poop before we go for a run
This is
because,
this is
uh-oh,
also why now
oops."
I don't I run we talked about this, and I talked to my boss about this too because she runs, and so we were talking about runs, and I said, "I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know what the science says. Clearly, I'm not a runner yet, but I run on empty. Like, I get up, I have a couple of sips of water, I maybe have a protein ball if I'm really hungry when I wake up, but I basically run on empty." And now I'm like, "Okay, is that good? I don't know. Maybe I should fuel myself a little bit more before I run." But then I worry. What if I fuel myself and then I start running and I'm gonna shit my pants?
Yeah, it's not gonna be the fuel that causes that, and also, like, we do need to talk about that because we need to eat more before we run, but
I
I also
don't.
am an empty runner because
Yeah,
we don't have a big enough stomach that I feel good eating before a run. However,
no,
I do need to have something, whether that is like a warm-up waffle, a gel or something. And there's the asterisk that people aren't adding to this. The reason a lot of runners, it is the gels. Like running
yeah, those
gels
scare me.
are incredibly hard on your stomach.
Those scare me.
However, they're also super needed. Like when I did my 10K, I needed those. Like, they do
Yeah,
really give you that burst of energy,
boost.
but they also have the carbs, the glucose, the
Right.
electrolytes in it, right? Like, there is a scientific reason you need these.
Yes.
Now, can you do candy? Yes, but, like, candy is it like, yes, you can sub candy, it's cheaper, there's whole TikToks about it.
Yeah.
However, a lot of people still prefer the gels because they are designed for specific distances, they hit your
Well, and
body
they're
fat.
quick to just slurp down.
They have a little bit more in them, but, like,
Yeah.
yes, they all have glucose, that's the whole point. There's a
Right.
like, anybody that's bariatric and running, just
That's
know
yeah.
I do not put this into my like, I can't. It would not pass any of my bariatric standards,
No. No, no.
straight sugar, but
No.
you need it because the only thing your body burns when you're running,
Right.
specifically running, is glucose, and if you
Yes.
don't have glucose, carb-specific glucose,
Yeah.
your body will motherfucking burn
Yeah.
muscle,
You're
like,
not popping a gel
straight
and hanging out. You're burning off what you're putting in, so it's not a concern.
100%.
But,
And
oh,
it's like, you gotta
gels scare me
fuel.
because I've heard a lot of
You'll
people
poop
shitting
yourself.
their pants. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
man. Yeah.
But
When I
I
was in
run
training,
yeah. No, I run
there
on
were
empty
some days.
because I run first thing in the morning, and I don't wanna get up that's the thing, like, if I'm gonna eat before I'm gonna run, I
Mm,
need time because we eat slow, we eat little, and it needs to settle.
yeah,
I'm already getting up earlier than I want to. If I'm
yeah,
gonna do that, I need to get up even earlier. Screw that. So, I get up, I have my couple sips of water, I have my little protein ball, and I go. It's probably not the best, no, But I
No.
don't number 1, I don't wanna shit my pants. Number 2, I don't wanna get up half an hour earlier than I already am, and I'm also just not one of like, I need time when I wake up to eat. I've always been like that. If I
Yeah.
eat right off the bat, I like, I don't. So, I probably do need to, like, think about maybe options that I can eat while I'm getting dressed or while I'm getting ready that are gonna be okay. Um,
You just need a quick
but I don't wanna
carb
shit my
source, like
pants.
a banana. Like, split a banana and put some peanut butter like an ants on the log, but with
Yeah,
banana instead of celery. Literally that. Or, do, like, a quarter cup of orange juice and half a banana. Like, you just
but
need
I
a
feel
quick
like maybe, like, my protein
fuel.
ball might be enough. I
I
don't
don't think it's
know
gonna have enough carbs and sugar combined.
because 'cause it's got natural peanut butter, oats, protein powder,
Depends
milk,
on the
a
oat,
little bit of
right? Like, the
milk.
whole thing is, like, you need
They're
quick
quick
access
they're quick
stuff too.
oats. They're quick
But
oats,
that's,
I don't
like,
know.
it depends on the carbs, like,
Right.
is the carb source gonna release it quick enough? Now, I'm
I
not
have
a
no
fucking
idea.
scientist.
And
I've
let's be
only
honest, it's like a few oats. Like, it's like this the protein
yeah.
ball is like the size of a golf ball. I'm not talking like, you know?
No, but, like, maybe it's having more than one or something, but, like, that's the you don't need to have a
I could do
full
the
breakfast
banana.
before a run, like,
No.
my dietitian said, "Have some orange juice and have a banana. At a minimum, I need you to, like, pound a banana," which is a great source of potassium,
Yep.
carbs, and sugar, "and then go on your run," and, like, she wasn't wrong, and eventually we did level up to some gels, some waffles, or something running specific, so I now
Right.
have I sent you a picture, the Goo waffles.
Yes.
Goo is the brand, it's not
I could do a
GOO.
banana with peanut butter.
Yeah, so some people just do like a plain piece of toast with peanut butter to literally start their run, and I was like, "See, I could do"
Sure.
what I pictured as, it's
Yeah.
like the when you're sick diet. Yeah, I could do that. Like, when
The
I'm sick and
the
I used to
brat
just
diet
have
or whatever. Yep.
toast, when mom would just be like, "Here's some
Yeah.
toast," a bland diet,
Yep.
bananas, toast, things like that, but, like, yeah, I could have some
Good
toast
idea.
with some peanut butter and get out on my run, but does it make a difference? It does.
But, like, I'm doing 3K. Like, is it really I could see if I was doing, like, a 10K, but I'm doing, like, a 3.2K
Right.
run. Like, let's be
It's
real.
I know, but it's the first time you've ever done it too, right? So you have to look
Yeah.
at it as like eventually a 3K is gonna be a warm up for you. But right now, you've never done it,
That's
right? Like
funny.
that's you've never done that distance. So
No,
you might as well
no,
be running a 5 or 10K, right? Your
that's
body
true.
is
It's the same
new
exhaustion on my
muscles.
body right now.
Yeah, and the fear
Yeah.
is not like you don't eat before a run and then somehow magically run like a fucking marathoner and you're just like, "Oh my
Right?
god, this is how they're doing
Look
it.
at
I feel
this.
great." No, it's just that this way you're not losing as much muscle because
Yeah,
that's a real
a
especially
big
for
thing.
women who lose it through
Well,
osteo
and for
like
bariatric people too, like my oh my gosh, my lean body mass, holy crap, has
eh,
that dropped.
yeah.
Holy crap. Like when I do the and again, it's an app, it's not totally accurate, but I should do one. I haven't done one in a long time. Um, I'm going down the rabbit hole. But when I do the body scan app thing that does your measurements and stuff, and it tells you your lean body mass, every time I've done it, the arrow goes down. And I'm like,
Yep.
that's not the right direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm
And then
gonna
the
do a
other thing
banana.
is, like,
I'm gonna do a banana.
don't eat super high fiber stuff either, right? Like, maybe you don't wanna have the protein balls, right? Because,
Right?
super high fiber, you know what's about to happen.
Gonna shit my pants.
You're gonna have to poop. And it
Mhm.
has happened in training, never during a race because I think the nerves take over, but
Yeah.
there's been a few times in training where I was like,
"Ooh, gotta go
"Oh,
home. Gotta
no."
go home."
And, like, I just kinda grinned and bear it and ran a lot faster than I needed to.
It's good
But
motivation to increase your pace, to
yeah,
get
I
yourself
mean,
home.
so there is a common phrase in running, and I hate it, I think it's so dumb, but basically it's called boinking, which I'm just like, are we 12?" But it basically means have you ever been on a run
Yeah.
and it starts okay, and then you hit a wall? Like, it literally feels like someone dropped 80
Yep,
pounds of bricks on you
and
and you
you're
hit
just
that
done.
wall, and you're just like, "I'm fucking done." So that's
Yep.
called boinking, and
Oh,
that is like, mentally, you're fine in your run. Physically, you kinda feel okay in your run. Your lungs feel okay, and then you hit the wall, your
that was me
muscles
today.
literally yeah, your muscles stop. It's called boinking. Your muscles literally
Oh
run
my
out of
god.
fuel, and they
Yep,
go, "Yeah, we out, we done." And then you start eating them because, like, you need fuel, right?
oh,
And if
that
you
was
don't
me
have carbs to
today.
burn, you eat the muscles, and they go, "Nah, I'm out. I'm done, yo." So a lot of people
Mm,
notice this, that all of a sudden your legs get heavier, you're mentally
that was me
pissed.
today. I was like, "Steph, your
Yeah,
breathing's fine, like, you are okay," but I could not I could not get myself going. Like, I couldn't
Yep.
physically get my legs, and I even noticed when I was running, like, my feet were, like, stumbling on the ground, like, dragging almost, like, I could not lift my legs up, but I was like, "You're breathing fine, you feel fine, you physically can keep going in terms, like,
Yep.
of that, like, my whatever," and I was my intervals were I was fine, but I could not. My legs and my body were just like, mm-mm, nope, no, nope,
Mhm. Yep.
girlfriend." And then,
So
yeah, like, I noticed my
Google
feet catching on the ground, and I was like, "What is happening?"
Google boinking. It
I gotta
means that
look it
you
up.
yeah, it means that
Yeah.
you've used up all of your glycogen, your
Maybe that's
carby.
why I also felt like twice today. I've never had this on my runs, and I mean, granted, it's only been a month, but I had my walk cool down was so much slower today, which messed up my pace, which pissed me off. But anyway,
Mhm.
because twice today, I honestly thought I was gonna vomit on my run. I've never had that before, but towards the end, I had to slow down my pace of walking, and I almost had to fully stop because I really thought I was gonna vomit, and then it passed, and then I went to do a little bit of, like, a light jog run in my cool down to up because I knew my pace was now behind. Same thing,
Yep.
I thought I was gonna vomit again, and I was like, "Okay, pull back, pull back."
You're gonna
I haven't
hate
had it
the
yet.
hate my suggestion. I think you might need something in your body because
Yeah,
I get horrible like, I can't eat too much and run. I get really
right.
bad indigestion,
Yep,
but I also know I wake up with acid and shit in my
yeah,
stomach, and this can kinda help settle it, especially if you're going with
yeah,
that, like, kind of bland diet, but having
mhm,
something I bet you yeah, your stomach is sloshing around while you're running on
yep.
empty, and if you have any type of acid in there, it's gonna be like, "Hey, Imma need you to
I
pull over, I gotta
Yes.
vomit."
I literally thought I was running past the kids' school, and I was like, "I'm gonna throw up on the lawn."
Mhm,
Like, and then,
mhm.
yeah, then it passed, and then I was like, "Okay, you're good again," and I started to pick up the pace, and then 2 seconds in, I was like, "No, okay, you're gonna like, what the heck? You're gonna throw up." And then as soon as
Oh,
I slowed down, I was fine, but then I was super mad because my run paces my first run pace was slow, I know that. The second ones were good for me.
yeah.
And then my walks just screwed it up,
Aw.
and I was
You
mad.
see, it's tough. I think, like and I don't know, maybe it doesn't work, but maybe try some food and
I
see if
run
it
again
balances
on in no,
stomach
I don't
acid.
run tomorrow. Yeah, I don't run tomorrow because I ran today, I ran the next day. I'm gonna do banana and some peanut butter and see what happens.
I run tomorrow.
Mwah, mwah.
I run tomorrow. Yeah, so running is, I'm on
It's
week 2 of my running plan. No? Yeah? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and you're
Weeks
whooping
are
me
weird.
alright.
Like, my
You're
first
whooping me.
I do Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday for my runs. So I'm on week 2. I will say week 1 was a living fucking hell. Mentally was worse than nope, you know what? They were tied. It was the worst. There was
Yeah.
a on Sunday, I was out on my run, and I was like, "I don't even know why you're doing this. Fuck this. Fuck running. Just
Mhm.
you're not gonna do this anymore. You're not getting back into this. This is a joke. You're not gonna be doing this. Like,
Yep,
just stop." And I was like, "Wow, okay, that's who I'm dealing with. Great. Like, great running with that, Hannah." And it
yep.
was just horrible. I did not pick a good path. I'm not making an excuse, but, like, that is a large part of it. I did
It does
not
make
pick a
a
good
big
path,
difference. Yep.
and 90% of it was hills, and I was
No,
like, "I don't know who you think you are right now
that's
going on any type of incline," and it
that's
just,
nuts.
like, that's what fucked with me. I was like, "No, I'm not like, I cannot
Yep,
get up this hill." Now, I did not eat, I did not fucking fuel, it was an
yep,
11 AM run, worst time for me to go like, not good because I definitely boinked, I hit a goddamn wall, the legs stopped legging,
yep.
I ended up having to walk more than I wanted to, but Sunday was also 5.2 kilometers, the longest
Which
I've done
when
in a
yeah,
while.
I was gonna say, when you haven't run in a long time, that's a
Yeah,
big
and that's
chunk.
not running straight, asterisks. I did not
Yes.
run straight for
I don't either,
5.2.
no.
I
No,
ran, walked,
you gotta work your
run,
way up to
walked,
that.
and it sucked. At that point on Sunday, I thought, I
We're
think we
done.
just need to call it a day and just be done with this. Like, you took too much time off. You're never going to get back into this. Like, this is done. It was just, bleh. I got
Yeah.
home. I looked at the 5.2K. I was like, oh my God, I felt kind of good about myself. Okay, cool. Went out
Yep,
for my run on Wednesday,
yep.
yesterday, and it was exceptional. Like, I finally had a good run and I needed it. Like, mentally, I needed it.
Mhm.
I went out in the most negative fucking way possible, where I was like, "You know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna walk this. It's gonna be brutal like it was before.
Yep,
Fuck it. I don't care. Fuck this." I had already given up before I started. So I go out. And I go, "Fine, start running, whatever." And I did it. It was an
Those
easy run, so it
mhm.
was 5-minute warm up, 5-minute cool down, like a kilometer and a bit of straight running. No more
Yeah.
intervals, just straight running. And I was like,
Yeah.
never gonna happen.
Okay.
I did it. I ran, I didn't look at my
Yeah.
watch once, and then the watch starts vibrating, and I was like,
Yep.
"Oh my god, are we
Holy
done?"
crap.
I kept running because I was like, "Well, I'm not out of energy, I feel fine, I'm gonna
Right.
run another." I ran the 2.5, 3 minutes of my 5-minute cool down, I continued running,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "Okay, you actually do need to cool down, though.
It is
Remember,
important.
you
Yes.
have to take a
Yes.
break." So then I stopped and did my 2 minutes of walking back to the house, and I was like, "Oh my god." Set a
Those are
personal
usually the
best.
best. The days
I
when
need it.
you wanna do it the least
I
and
need
when
it.
you're the most negative on yourself, it always makes me laugh because 90% of the time, those turn out to be the
The
best
best.
workouts. And I don't
'Cause
it's the sa whether it's a weight training or whether it's when
there.
he's running, it's the same for the days that I am dreading it the most and the days that I go into it with the most negative thought process, typically end up being my best.
Yeah,
It's so funny, and
it's
I did that with
together.
yeah, when I had my first 5-minute running intervals on this thing, and I remember looking ahead and seeing that on the schedule.
Never look
I
ahead.
I know, I made that mistake, right? And then for those 2 days, just being like, "I can't do this, I
Oh
can't do
god.
this, I can't I'm not doing this,
Oh
this is
yeah.
stupid, I can't do this." And then that morning, same thing, I'm like, "This is gonna suck, this is gonna be so bad, I'm gonna die." And
Mhm.
doing it, and it wasn't my best, but it wasn't near
Worst.
my worst either, it was, like, my 2nd best. And I remember
Mhm.
sitting there being like, "See?" But I was so negative about it, and I was so worried about it, and so just, "I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this." And it's like
Mhm.
your body knows on those days
It's just something.
that you need it. But then this is where you have those good days, and you have those, and then you have a bad one.
Yeah, bad runs
And
suck.
that was today. That was I it was just I hit all new personal bests on Tuesday
Yeah,
across the board. I was pumped. I was so excited.
love it.
And then I hit today and I was like, "Well, this sucks. Why am I doing this? This is like, oh yeah. Yeah.
Every day can't be a personal best day.
Right?
But I
Right?
agree, like, the days that I go into this all, like, fire and, "Woo, ate my Wheaties, here
Yeah.
we go." Fucking worst runs of my life.
Yeah.
I get out there and I'm like, "What in the living
Right?
hell is happening?"
Right.
Like, what? Because like, mentally, you can be super prepared for a run and think you're great, and then your body's like, "The fuck? We
I was
are?"
actually excited for this morning, like, I wasn't dreading it this morning, and I was like, "Okay." I had looked and I was like, "The intervals okay, the walks were the shortest ones." So I knew today's run was gonna be shorter, and I knew it was trying to
Yeah.
build endurance. I knew that, and I was like, "Okay, it's only 2-minute runs. Yeah, the walks are short in between, but it's only 2-minute runs, and you only have to do it 2 or 3 times. Like, it's gonna be fine.
2
It's gonna
minutes is a
be fine."
long time.
Holy cr and it was horrible. And
Yeah.
I that was my thought after, it was like, I was actually, like, okay going into this run and, like, not
Yeah.
dreading it or worried about it, and then it ended up being sucky.
So there are yeah, and, like, I've had those runs, by the way, all
Yeah,
last week. That was my entire back-to-back last week of, like,
right?
"This was a mistake. I don't know why you're getting
Yeah,
back into running. You
yep,
suck at this.
yep.
Stop doing it." And I was like, "Oh, this is what they mean by running is 90% mental. Cool,
Mhm.
cool." It happens, but there are ways to, I think, help combat it that I'm remembering. So I like and that's why even my
Mhm.
therapist asked me, like, "Why do you think this run was better?" And I was like, "Oh, because I didn't give a shit." That's probably not the answer you wanna hear, but I went into this run being like, "I don't give a fuck about this
Right.
run." And she was
Not
like,
trying to prove
"Actually,"
anything.
she said, "Actually, that's great." That's a good insight for us to
Yeah,
learn that, like, you took the pressure off. And I was like,
yeah.
"I did, but in a really negative way." And, like, we laughed about it,
I
but she's
did,
like,
but
"You
in
took
the
the
exact opposite.
fuck this
Yeah,
shit." But then, like, one of the other things I did was, like, our watches are great. They're a
yeah.
great source of info, and I love being able to see my heart rate while I'm running, my pacing. However, it becomes an unbearable pressure at
And see,
times
I
where
don't look when I'm running. I can't
exactly,
because I
where
can't only because I can't concentrate on that many things at the same time.
that is okay. That is
Yeah.
okay, but it does happen where you start looking down and you go, "I'm
Yeah, I
not
could
running
see.
fast enough, run
Yeah,
faster, let's go." And so I ignored it this time and I said, "Well,
good.
no, I'm not gonna look down at this. I'm going to focus on my heart rate and only
Does
my heart
yours
rate."
tell you your pace after your interval? Because I don't look, but mine does. Like, my watch
Yes.
will tell me.
Yeah.
lap 2 completed, pace da da da.
Yeah, if I connect it to my headphones, I can hear it.
Yes,
I have since disconnected them
'cause
from said
that
headphones, I
that I
don't wanna
definitely
hear it.
pay attention to.
Yeah, I take it out though because it fucks with you mentally. The other thing is, like, you have to remember it gives you the average pace, but it's
Mhm.
giving you, like, the average pace. So if you started walking right before then and you were walking,
Yeah.
like, 12-minute kilometers and then start running, like, it's taking the
That's what pisses
difference,
me
and so
right,
you have to wait till the end of your race for the
yeah.
accurate
And
results
that's what
because
pisses me off because if you
I
s like
know.
like today, my last walk was slow because I thought I was gonna vomit, and
Yeah.
then it makes it look like my runs sucked, but my runs were actually really good for
Which is
me.
nice that you can go in and look at your runs,
Yes,
but,
I
like,
needed to do that for the mental
I
sanity.
had the opposite problem where I it looked like I was going a lot slower than I was, like, that
Right.
run that I did on Wednesday, I was like, "This is embarrassing, like, you're running a 9-minute pace right now, this is who the fuck are you?" But it wasn't that I was doing that, it's that it was
Right,
taking the average of my walking versus running, and it
right.
wasn't till the very end that it was like, "Hey, bitch, you just ran a 6-minute, 34-second kilometer," and I was like, "I'm sorry,
Yeah,
the fuck what the
yeah.
fuck I did?" And it's like, right, the one thing that I remember that is coming back to me, and it's hard to do, but it's the advice I'm gonna give people, is there is a point when running. Interval running, it's really hard to achieve this because it is so start-stop. Like, you
Yes.
are literally focused on interval, 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 walk,
Mhm.
okay. Interval, walk. When you get to just running, and I
Yep,
think that's why Wednesday's run was so good,
yep,
you actually can zone out, and it does happen. It's hard to believe
yeah,
because you are always thinking about how fast you're going, how your legs feel, how
yep.
your lungs feel, what's your heart
When
rate,
this lap is
but
over,
there
when yep.
comes a moment where, like, the song just kinda starts to fade away, and you're not thinking about your breathing, and it sounds impossible,
Yeah, I can't see that moment yet.
but you zone out. I know. Now, the reason I say, like, it's gonna be hard for you is
Yeah.
during interval running, it's almost
Oh
next to
god.
impossible to
Yeah,
zone out.
because you're so focused on when
You're
this lap is
so
over and
focused,
when the next
and
lap
that's
starts. Yeah.
truly why I think Wednesday was the best run I
It
had.
makes
It was
sense.
not an interval run. It
Right,
was
you're not
just
thinking
a run.
about anything, you're just
Anything.
going.
Anything.
You're just going.
You're
Yeah.
just going. And
It
in
makes
your
total
mind,
sense.
you kind of mentally you just say, "Who gives a shit? You have to
This is
run
what
till
we're
the
doing.
little fucking watch vibrates, so you might as well just go." And you
Yeah.
stop thinking like, "Oh my god, is there
How
like a
much is
minute left
left?
to this?" Like, how you're just like, "Just go
That's
till the
all
little
you
thing
think
goes."
about on intervals. That's
Yep.
all you
But the
think
hard
about.
thing with intervals is you can't zone out because the interval's
No.
too fucking short.
You
So
can't
even
zone
if
out,
you're
and
like,
because
"I'll
you're
just
just
zone
thinking
out."
about when is this interval gonna end,
Yes.
because your intervals
Yep.
get longer, right? So, like, when I did, like starts with, like, 1-minute intervals, and then 2 minutes, and then 3 minutes, and then when I had my 5-minute intervals the other day, that's all you're thinking about the whole time. You're trying to pay attention to the song because you don't wanna think about everything else, but all you can think about is,
Correct.
"Oh my god, how much longer? Oh my god, is it 5 minutes yet? Oh my god, this is the longest 5 minutes of my life. Oh my god, how much longer?" Oh, like, that's
Yeah.
all you're thinking about.
And so with interval training, I think
It's
unfortunately the
hard.
answer that no one wants to hear is it's gonna be really hard to zone out. But
Yeah,
interval trainings is like I wouldn't tell anybody to skip it. Interval training is hard and it's meant to be hard for a reason. It
right.
is really what's helping build your endurance. And I'd also
Yeah.
recommend looking into fitting in, and you're gonna hate the suggestion, but fitting in some sort of like variable training with it. So I did the Galloway method when I first did interval training. I didn't have a Garmin, I had a Fitbit,
Yep.
and it wasn't just timed runs. It would then give me hill sprints or cadence drills
See, I have
where
hills
throughout the
here.
week,
This is my
yeah, throughout the
problem.
week, it would say, well, like you could go find like a grass knoll at a school, but it was
Yeah.
like today is a dedicated day where
Yep.
you're just going to work on sprinting. So you're going to start and I
Right.
want you to run as fast as humanly possible for 60 seconds. Stop. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. And I remember thinking these are fucking idiotic.
That sounds
But
horrible.
then it was horrible too and it was really hard, but it's all about endurance at the beginning of
Right.
these. Like it's trying to get
Yep.
your lung capacity
Yep.
and your breathing up so that when you do distance you're just kinda
Mhm.
like, "Oh my god, this is
This
so
is
much
easy.
easier than all the" like,
Yeah.
when you eventually start running, if you just go and run a kilometer straight, all of the thinking goes out the window and you realize like,
Right.
"Oh my god, I can breathe. Oh, I can go how I wanna go."
Yeah.
There's something psychological about, "Okay, Steph, 2-minute interval, here you go."
Yeah.
You can't pace properly for a 2-minute you just fucking can't. Like,
No.
you just go. You just
Yeah.
start
You
giving
just
her.
get it done.
When
Yeah.
you have to go distance you stop giving a shit and you're like, I'm going to go comfortably because this is a distance and you don't
Yep.
care about how. And the next thing you know, when you get into the weird zone, because I swear to God, I looked at my watch and I was running a 9-minute fucking kilometer. I was
Yep.
going so slow that I was embarrassed. I was looking at myself in car windows to be like, how fucking slow am I going right
Right?
now?
You're like, "Am I
But
walking?"
I hit that part of the run where I was like, I don't give a fuck. Got my Harry Potter audiobook. Let's fucking do her. And
Yep.
I just start like, I don't even realize, but I must have started just clipping
Yep.
because I finish my kilometer at an average pace of 6:34.
Which is
How in the
ridiculous.
fuck? Right.
Yeah.
But I had felt better than any of my interval training
Yeah.
at
'Cause
8 minutes.
you didn't you didn't care. You weren't worried about it, you weren't thinking about it.
I was taking my
Whereas
time,
yeah,
breathing through it.
all I think about on my runs is the intervals, and that's all I
Mhm.
can focus on. And yeah, I think I totally see the value in the intervals. I'm glad I'm doing them. I get
I
it.
get it.
I see how, like, my intervals were, like, 90 seconds of walking, 3 minutes of running, da, da, da. Today,
Yep.
now all of a sudden it's 2 minutes of running, 60 seconds of walking, 3 minutes,
Mm,
like, so
mm,
I understand why they're doing it, and like you said, building endurance and getting your lung capa I get it, but then
yeah.
that's all you think about the whole time you're running, and then you're trying to also because you're new, you're also thinking about, okay, are my shoulders relaxed? Am I breathing right? Are my arms moving the right way? Am I landing properly?
Mhm.
Am I leaning forward? Am I standing tall? Am I like and you mix all of that then on top of the intervals. It's so much to think about that
It's
it's a lot. And I somebody was saying to me the other day about how's it going? And I said, honestly, I said, number one, I'm proud of myself that I'm still doing it. I'm
good,
super pumped. I'm proud of
as you should.
myself for doing it, period, that I'm still doing it. And I totally get, like, the runner's high after the run is over. I
Oh,
feel so
it's
good, and
so
I'm
good.
so pumped, and I'm so proud, and I feel
So
like a
good.
million bucks. But
Yep.
I don't like it yet. Like, in general, like, I don't wake up and be like, "Yes, it's a run day." And they laugh.
Mm.
They're like, "You're not there yet." And I looked at them, and they said, first of all, they're like, "You're doing intervals, right? Like a
Yeah,
program." And I said, "Yeah." And she started laughing. She goes, "Well, those suck."
they
But she
fucking
said the
suck.
same thing. Yeah, she's like, "Good, because she's like, "For a brand new runner who's never run," she goes, "It's very good to do that." She goes, "But they suck." She
They
goes, "But"
suck.
yeah, she's like, "Steph, I promise you will hit a point where" she goes, "You
You
may
will.
never love it." She goes, "You might just not be somebody who loves running." She goes, "But"
Sure, maybe not.
yeah, she goes, "But you'll hit a point
Mm,
where you won't somebody will say something to you and you'll be like, "Yeah, it's great," or "Yeah, I like it," or you won't have that, "Ugh," running feeling.
yeah,
She goes, you will hit that point." She goes, "But there's just so much involved with it right now that you can't yet find that
correct.
joy, that release that I'm just gonna run." It's so many
And I
other
know
things.
you're being too hard on yourself as well about your pace, about your cadence. Like, you are new to this and you are crushing your pacing.
Oh,
And so,
thanks.
like, that's going in. You are like, Jesus, the pace that you're setting is really impressive. Remember, the average female runner
Yeah,
runs a 7-minute kilometer. That is the average female runner. Okay. We're just starting.
yeah.
We're just starting.
I'm on week
And
4,
we're
guys, and I
right.
ate 14.
They are right, and, like, I know there's
Yeah,
people that are gonna roll their eyes and they're gonna say, "I" sure, there is gonna be a percentage of people that never get into it. Let's just say
right.
that, we've got
Some
it out
people
of
just
our
won't like running.
vocabulary, away
That's
we go.
cool.
The vast majority of people
Yep,
that choose to try to do this end up loving it, and they are right. You're not gonna like it in the beginning because it's like the legwork. It is
yeah.
exactly like,
It
there's
feels
a
like a
reason I keep
chore.
telling you intervals fucking suck, and there's a
Yeah,
reason my best run was a
yeah.
non-interval run that I desperately needed to have. But, like, yeah,
It's the
I didn't
foundation, though.
love it when I first started. I remember thinking like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, why
This
did I
is
sign up for this run?
stupid.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this." And I even
Yeah.
during the run was like, "Don't come in last, don't come in last."
Every morning, I'm
When
like,
I
why did I agree to this?
when
Like,
I
this is
stopped
stupid.
doing interval training,
Yeah.
which was scary, by the way, it is
Yeah.
scary, and I switched to just running straight. And now I say running straight with an asterisk. On lots of my distance runs, I would stop and walk
Run, walk. Oh,
because,
yeah.
yeah, why not? But it was
Yep.
the whole goal was there was no intervals. You just set out for your
Yep.
distance and away you go, and you try to run that distance. That's when I truly, truly started to come alive. My Instagram came alive.
Yep.
Talking about running came alive. I really felt so accomplished. I would wake up and go, today, like I remember having to run 12 kilometers during, like, when I
Oh,
was training for the 10K
oh,
'cause it always makes you go
you go
further,
over,
right?
yeah,
And I remember thinking, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, today's the day." But it wasn't like a try to break your leg and get out of this. It was
right?
like a,
Yeah,
"Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna try to attempt to do this, but you know what? We're gonna attempt to
gonna do
do
it.
this." Like, there was anger not anger,
Yeah,
there was, anxiety
yeah.
and, "Can I actually pull this off?" But it wasn't a dread. I
It's
wasn't
not like
dreading
when
it.
I sit there, I'm like, "What excuse would be
Not at
valid
all.
for today to not do this?"
Right? Not at all. I just
Yeah,
said, "Hey, you've got your water, you've got your headphones. Okay, we're gonna get out here. We're gonna do this.
yeah,
Here we go." I think the worst thing about running at that point was just sometimes I would get bored. I'd be
right.
like, the music isn't doing it for me.
Not
I'm
feeling it.
hyper aware that I'm only at the 4th kilometer and I've got
Mhm,
7 more to go. Oh no. But eventually you hit the zone out part where you're
right.
just like, okay,
I got
here we
this.
go. And I was doing that training just to paint the picture even more at a goddamn high school outdoor track.
Yeah,
So I'm just going around the
looping it.
same track, round and around but like I just remember that's when I started to really fall in love with this idea of running
Yeah,
when I would just distance run. And I actually truly think tomorrow I'm going to blow my fucking plan off and just distance run.
do it.
I'm going to set a goal of 2 kilometers and I'm just
Yeah,
going to do my warm up. I'm going
yeah,
to just kind of start running and see how it goes to finish 2 kilometers. And
yeah,
I'm not telling you to abandon your plan because interval training is integral and there is a huge fucking reason that we should start with
yeah,
it. And I do think it is important. I would challenge you to
mhm.
try one day, do the 1 kilometer run, 5 minute warm
Ooh,
up,
ooh.
1 kilometer, 5 minute cool down. That's
That's a
it.
long time of running, Hannah.
But the thing is, you can run, walk as you see fit.
Right.
There is no interval set on you.
Yep,
There's no requirement set on you. There's no
yep,
pacing. There's nothing.
yeah.
It's just warm up for
Well,
5
and a lot
and you're
like,
just gonna go for a
so
kilometer.
much is mental. Like, when I had the 5-minute intervals, I remember,
Mhm.
for I said, for days being like, "You can't do this, you can't do this, you can do this." And then I had to do it twice. And
Yeah.
I did it. And I
Yep.
remember afterwards saying, "Yeah, okay, I didn't set any new records, but it wasn't my slowest. It wasn't near my slowest." But
Nope.
just the fact that I was like, "Holy shit, you just ran for 5 minutes straight twice." I was like,
Yeah.
"When in your life up until now would
Correct.
you ever think that you" like, I would literally run from one telephone pole to another and think I was going to die. Like, if I made it 30 seconds, I was amazed. So, I'm trying to, like, also really just remember, like, yeah, maybe your pace wasn't great or yeah, maybe whatever. But when did you ever think that you would, number 1, be running, period? Number 2,
Correct.
that you would stick with it for this long and that you would be running for any sort of extended period of time
Correct.
at all, at all.
At all. At all.
Never, never.
Never. Nope. And the other thing is, like, you gotta let go of the speed thing because it doesn't matter. It truly doesn't
Yeah,
matter. Distance is distance. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it took you 2.5 hours or 7 hours to finish a marathon, you've gone a fucking marathon.
right.
And again, the average pace of runners, the average pace of marathoners, the average pace of 10Kers is so much slower than what you see on social. It is
Totally.
rare that
Yeah.
people are outside the 7 minute. Like, the
For me,
average
it's
person
just gonna
does
be
not do
I
that.
think just doing it. If my
Huge.
pace gets better, obviously great. I would love to do that. But I think,
Yep.
yeah, for me, my goal right now is just number 1, can I keep seeing improvements or stay this if I can stay the same, like, that's great. But I wanna see improvements just because I want to see that I can improve. I don't have, like, a set pace number I feel like I need to hit. But I do wanna see I know I can get better. I'm only 4 weeks in. But for me, it's just the fact to finish, I think, a 5K.
Exactly.
Um, and I'm hoping I can do this 5K in October if it works out with my work travel that I know
"Oh, we're
I will
doing it, Steph. We're
I
doing it."
know.
Like,
I'm really hoping this one in particular, because this was my goal, but I said to Devin, "If the work travel doesn't line up and I can't make it home in time to do this particular 5K, I'm still
yeah.
running 5K that like, when I get home. It's still going to
Yeah.
happen." Um,
There is
but yeah.
plenty of other
Oh, there's
races,
so
but
many.
also make sure, you need to prepare both physically and mentally before a
Yeah,
run, right? So, like, I canceled my 10K because I literally was flying that afternoon to Nashville for a conference, and I said, "No,
exactly.
I
No.
know that that's not
You're not
smart. I
setting
know."
yourself
And
up
so instead, I went
exactly.
out the weekend before
Yeah.
and I ran a 10K. I
Yeah.
set the time.
Yep.
I did the whole damn
Exactly.
shebang. So, yeah, I think you'll be good. And just give yourself time. Like, it takes time.
Yeah.
But running is a insane muscle because boy, it's the only thing in my life that I so quickly got better at.
Right.
Um even before, like, getting back into it, but I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's a muscle thing, Hannah, your muscles will remember," and I was like, "Nope, they're done, they fucking hate this," but
No, but, like
running was the thing that I got better
yeah.
at fast. Like,
Yeah.
week over week, there was market
Oh
like,
my gosh.
just
Yeah.
even, like, breathing or feeling that like,
Yep.
running, you truly pick up and get better at
Yeah.
so fast.
I'm shocked at how much better I've gotten already in only 4 weeks. Like, when I look back at my first couple runs to
Yeah.
these ones and just how I feel, like, the whole shebang, I am super surprised at how quickly I'm seeing improvement. For sure, for sure.
Yeah. It's
So,
great. How are the new shoes? I will ask you quickly. How are those new shoes doing?
I love them.
Oh,
I
yay.
am so in love with
Okay,
them.
good.
I have had 0
Big difference,
foot
right?
issues. Oh my gosh. I've had
Yep.
because somebody's like, "Oh, how are your feet?" I was like, "Totally fine. Totally fine." I've had no problems, no sore feet, nor nothing. I
Wow.
freaking love them.
Nice. I'm going to get new shoes tomorrow, so I will, update everybody how she goes, but I have
Nice.
officially retired my 2nd pair of running shoes because
Okay.
they think they're only good for 500 or so. Like, there's a certain amount, like,
I think
after
it's
a certain.
I'm just checking mine because I put it on my Runna app because it asks you, like, "Do
Yes.
you wanna track your shoes?" And I put them in. The run is saying 700 kilometers is what it's got, and
Oh,
then you should
boy.
switch them.
Oh, yes, kilometers, sorry, I was gonna be like, yes, sorry, yeah, it's
Yeah,
usually 500 miles, which is about 800 kilometers, so, yeah,
yeah,
5 to 800 kilometers, you need to
yep.
replace them, and so, yeah, I have hit like, I'm out. Rana has told me, like, "You out," and
Maybe
also
new
my
ones.
podiatrist has also told me, "You need to fucking replace these shoes," and I was like, "Yep." So, I get to get a new pair. I'm gonna be sticking with Brooks because
Yeah,
when you find your shoe, you find your shoe, but I
yeah,
am just in love
yeah,
with my
you gotta
Brooks.
do what works for you, for sure, hands down.
They are great. I will definitely be getting 2 pairs at once, which I we've had that debate
I'm
and that
I
like, and
am,
you
like
and this. Yep.
I'm very close to buying a second
You see why
pair.
people suggest that now though, don't you? Like,
Well, and
you
then I've
n
had people tell me that, like, because I have my on clouds for regular
Oh, yeah.
which I
Oh,
love. I love my on clouds for
I
everyday
know.
walking
Love it.
regular shoes, right? But then I have
Yep.
my Hokas for running, and now my on clouds are getting on the older side.
Okay.
But then I had people say, like, "Steph, you shouldn't walk in your running shoes. They should just be for running." I've
Correct.
had quite a few people tell me that, so then I was like, "Well, in that case, I mean, if I need to buy a second pair of Hokas, then I mean, like, I said and so I have to say Devin did say he's like, "Steph, you deserve it. Like, you should buy if you like them and you
Yep.
feel good, then yes, you should buy yourself a second pair." So I'm like, "Why since when like, when does your husband ever tell you to buy something?" So I feel like I should just listen to him and buy the shoes. So I'm very
Pull the trigger
close.
on the shoes.
I'm very
Get the
close to
shoes.
buying another
But, like,
pair.
that advice is like, that is advice that I agree with and I promote as well.
Yeah,
You absolutely you should not be walking in your fucking running shoes
yeah,
if you're training
right,
for
for
being a
something.
runner.
Yeah,
Okay, like, you bought them for a reason. Running shoes are designed for very specific things. They are outdoor shoe I say the same thing. If you're gonna be a treadmill runner and an outdoor runner, those are
yeah,
2 different completely
shoes.
pair of shoes.
Oh, yeah.
2
No,
completely different pair of shoes. Jesus fuck. But yeah, if you're running outside, do not wear those shoes around as your walking shoes. Like,
yeah,
they are built for roads, for racing. They're built to give
yeah,
like spring back. They're made for running, and then you
yeah.
just get a good solid pair of walking shoes
Yeah,
made for walking. But
I love my on clouds for walking, but I even just the other day, like, I was outside and I don't remember why, I ran down the street to get, like, I think one of the kids' balls or something, anyway, and, like, not a run, but, like, I just kind of sauntered down the road, and having run in my other shoes, and then sauntering down the road in these shoes, I was like, "Oh, no, 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 no,
no,
can't, no." So, I
no.
love my on clouds for walking, but I might just get myself a second pair of
Also
Hokas
nice to
because I like
have. It's nice to switch up the 2 pairs as well. Like, you
yeah,
don't wanna Like, you don't wanna consistently wear down your other shoes in the
Right.
same pattern and habits. Like, I am gonna get 2 pairs, and they're both gonna be for outdoor running, but I'm gonna get one that's built for more of, like, a speed-based
Mhm.
5K and one that's built more for the long distance so that
Yes.
I can transition beyond 5K,
Yeah.
but it's nice to have, like, a zippy, speedier pair, and that's what happened when I got
Yep.
my glycerins. I put them on and went, "Ooh,"
Ooh,
and then the next run I had, I set my personal best in my 5K, and I
perfect.
was like, "Yep, big fucking difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference when I
Yeah.
had those." So, I'm gonna go to
Love it.
Runner's Choice, which is
That's
legit my favorite store in the whole
where I got my
world,
Hokas.
and I'm gonna see what they recommend, but I'm probably gonna stick with the big old Brooks, and I
Yeah.
might look at some other brands, but we will
Mhm.
see. But this is yeah, I'm gonna invest because
Yeah.
it actually, for once, investing in this shit makes a difference. I
Yeah.
know that there's a joke about running, you don't need all of these things, and I agree, you
Shoes.
don't need
But you need the
90% of
shoes.
it. The shoes make a huge
I
difference,
like
like,
I
they
said, I haven't had a
do.
single foot soreness, pain,
Nothing.
anything, and it's like the shoe for it's for sure the shoes. For sure the shoes. So, yep.
Yeah, it's great.
I I second you should buy some more shoes.
Yay! Well, I'll post pictures and let people know. If anybody has
Perfect.
recommendations, they can throw it out as well, but, yeah, I'm gonna be heading out to get some new shoes. I'm glad yours are working. Thanks for joining us on our new running podcast. It's great. We're gonna have to call it
Oh
running
gosh.
banter, but it's just, like, this is what we love to do, and it's really fun now, so
Yeah, we're trying new things.
sorry, it's a running podcast now, y'all,
There you
and,
go.
that's what we'll talk about. But like
Love it.
always, Steph, I just appreciate you joining me on
You betcha.
this episode, and we'll see everybody on the next one.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.